Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Well, welcome. And we're coming to you today from beautiful British Columbia in Canada. And we're just super excited to be part of the ISTE conference. We're going to be sharing on some ways to foster engagement on Sora, which is the student digital app for Overdrive, with literacy promotions and select curations. If you would like the bit.ly, you can jot down the bit.ly below, but we will also have it at the end of our slide presentation if you want to come back and look at any of the hyperlinks. So my name is Pippa Davies. I'm the director of Heritage Christian Online School Learning Commons. It's a long one. I've been with the school for about 17 years and had a long-standing relationship with Overdrive. My Twitter handle is Pippa Davies, and I'd like to introduce you to my partner in crime, Cynthia Duncalfe.
Hi, good to see you guys. And I said to Pippa earlier, oh, I wish I was there with you. We had the privilege of being at ISTE San Antonio, so it's been a few years, but I'm the curriculum consultant with Heritage Christian Online School. Just happy to be presenting with you today.
Thank you, Cynthia. So start with a quote. There's more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island. This was said by Walt Disney. And Sora has been such a huge treasure to our patrons. For the last 10 years, our patrons have enjoyed adventures, love stories, self-help, curriculum, and nonfiction, which has not only increased the student Lexile level, but it's given students an outlet to their passions, unique to their learning styles and gifts. So what do we do at Heritage Christian Online School? We have about 4,000 full-time students, and we serve students in British Columbia, Canada, all over Canada, and overseas. We're the largest distributed learning school in our province, and at least a quarter of our students require universal supports, adaptive technology, and engagement via different media. So what are we going to share today? We're going to tell you a little bit about some collection development tips, some curation tips, some promotional events. Cynthia's going to share on that with some practical ideas to get you going. And then we'll leave a few minutes for questions. So first of all, tips for collection development. We started with a very small content credit subscription, but we managed to purchase many ebooks, videos, and audiobooks. There are many different types of licensing agreements and lending models to choose from, which will suit your school budget. Discovering what works best for your patrons is key to understanding, first of all, how much to buy and what to buy. In the beginning, we purchased a lot to own, but we've also found that the metered licensing model works well for us because it allows us flexibility to renew licenses depending on the book's popularity. We have a healthy budget for resources because of the size of our school, but I know for many schools that is an issue. Marketing your ideas for engagement and with your administration, sharing statistics of growth, participating in lots of different events like contests and readathons, make your learning commons visible. So your administration will need to understand why your purchases count. So sharing statistics and education is vital. We try and budget each year in February by reaching out to all of our stakeholders, book club moderators, online teachers, individual teachers, and teachers that work in our blended environment. We budget our collection based on our community needs, student requests, and the demand which keeps on growing for audio content. Popular Reads audiobooks, read-along books, and nonfiction tie directly into our unit study kits, which are geared towards our students meeting the British Columbia standards for science, social studies, and applied design. So as you can see from this graph, which I took from Sora, we have to keep engaging unique users. Our graph shows you that we have pretty much kept every year increasing the number of intake of students and patrons. So this is vital. The engagement is vital, whether you're doing it via email, newsletters, or welcoming letters. We have quite a big website, and we obviously advertise a lot on our website. Our holds have increased over the past few years, and we try to stay on top of them with a holds cart, which Overdrive will work out for you as well. And then the next slide, you can see that as we purchase, here this month in particular, we purchased 10,000 US dollars, the green line representing that, and the blue line representing the amount of checkouts. So the checkouts directly correlate with the amount that you purchase. And this shows you a very brief idea of what our unit study kits are. So here we're linking into the books, and this is a direct hyperlink which takes them in. And these are a great example of curated material suitable for students in kindergarten through grade 9. So again, directly correlating to our standards, they provide an accessible and simple manner for students to cover a big idea or a curricular standard. Each topic has links to ebooks, which students can read or listen to before starting a wide range of activities that our curriculum developer has assigned. And now we have a huge selection of read-along nonfiction books as well. We generally start with a novel study and follow with more activities. Curations. Why curate? We need to share our collections in an aesthetically pleasing and streamlined way, which will allow for easy access. So we curate collections to our standards again, and then the standard categories you might see elsewhere in a typical library, based on subject and also on the different groups of patrons. We highlight events with calendar themes, literature awards, and educational collections which are trendy. So last call for the tablet raffle. For those of you that would like to win a tablet, and I'm going to pass us on to Cynthia. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Thanks, Pippa. Okay, in this section, we're going to talk about some ideas to promote your Sora collection. So we're going to look at blog posts. So we have a website where we do lots of things, but we advertise our Sora collection through different seasonal posts, holiday posts, library calendar, and school events blog posts. We offer a number of student contests each year that create incentives for students to read on Sora. And then I'm going to show you our student corner, which is simply a page on our website that shows opportunities for students, such as displaying their book reviews and certain events that we have coming up are displayed there, so they can find events that are just for them easily on the student corner. So first, let's talk about blog posts. So we've increased interest in our collection by posting around specific themes. Some examples of these themes are seasonal. So in a moment, I'll show you our blog post called Summer Fun at the Park. We've done local and national calendar blog posts such as Earth Day and Olympics. So I'm going to show you these now. So this is our website, hcslearningcommons.org. And again, if you jot the bit.ly down at the end, if you haven't done so already, you'll have hyperlinks to all of these if you want to review them later. So on this particular blog post by Erin Duncan, you can see that she is drawing students in by advertising some of our Canadian national parks. She's letting students know about how some of our subscriptions tie in. And of course, relevant to today is this particular section where she's linked in specific books that have to do with summer fun. So for example, I would click right here and it's going to take me directly into Sora with this particular book that the student, if they're signed in, can go ahead and borrow right there. The second blog post I want to show you is our Earth Day resources blog post. So similar to the first blog post, you can see that Erin has given a bit of an introduction. She has some links to some different activities, some subscriptions, resources, and again, books that are specific to Earth Day that we have on Sora for students to read. So this has been a really useful way to encourage reading on Sora because we're tying into things that are happening that our students are interested in. Okay, next, we're going to look at some of the student contests that we've done. So we found that student contests, as some of you may also be incentivized with the raffle happening today, we find that incentivizing our students to read more on Sora is really effective. So some of the ways that we've done that is through, oops, our Sora Sweet Reads prize draw. So right now, Sora is doing their Sora Sweet Reads program, which is a collection of always available ebooks and audiobooks. And so what we've done is we've created a bit of a contest around that, which is right here, given them instructions, and we're prompting them to give a little bit of information about them, and then submit a book review of a book that they've chosen from the Summer Sweet Reads collection. This here is a link directly to that template, and it's prompting you to make a copy of it. So if you're interested in using that, you can go ahead and use that. That's no problem. Secondly, we've done a sword badge contest, which has been very popular. And with this one, we've actually offered an ebook reader in the past for this one. And for those of you that have been in Sora, you've seen that when students are engaging and they're reading different kinds of books or reading a certain amount of books, 10 books or more, books in different genres, they earn badges on Sora. So what we've done is we've encouraged them to come in and let us know what badges they've earned. And for each badge that they've earned, they receive an entry into the contest. So that's been really fun and well received. We've done a book review draw. So again, students receive an entry for each book that they read. And we've done a readathon. So this has been a school-wide initiative where students are encouraged to read lots and lots of books, and in doing so, they're soliciting their friends and family to support them towards specific projects that the school has going. And this has been hugely popular, not something we've done as a Learning Commons, but has been a school-wide initiative. And again, in this, we're highlighting different books in different categories, and then we're highlighting specific books that students can read on Sora. Finally, we just wanted to let you know about our Student Corner, which again is one page on our website where students can go for all things that are specifically related to them. And so that page looks like this. Try to kind of make it a little bit more colorful than some of our other pages. But as you can see, there's opportunities for students to submit work that's displayed on the website, such as the student book reviews. We've got some different activities for them to do. We're announcing our Sweet Read contests here. And over here, we're announcing winners to past contests. And then if we scroll down a little bit more, we've got, again, we're highlighting our audiobooks on Sora so they can go directly in. And what we've done here is we've actually saved this template so that we can just switch out the books from time to time. So again, just clicking on the cover takes students directly into the book itself that students can check out. So, and I think I've covered this. Student Corner houses student contests. There's a showcase of book reviews and highlighting Sora books with direct links. So again, a hyperlink to that Student Corner if you'd like to see that afterwards. And I'm just going to read out the bit.ly for the slides. So it's bit.ly/capital I, capital S, capital T, capital E -Sora with a capital S. And then I'll hand it over to Pippa to facilitate any questions.
Thank you, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Do you have any questions for Cynthia that you want to ask? Yeah.
And we cannot hear the question, so we'll have to have it repeated.
That's fine, I'll repeat it. Question would be, there's having issues with students, privacy. So the question was, do you have any issues with student privacy?
Student privacy. No, we don't. Well, we do have some issues in that we're not allowed to share email addresses. So generally what we do is if we're putting student names on our website, we'll just put the letter of the first name and then the last name.
The first name and the last initial. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we ask permission from families too.
Yeah. We do have, when a student signs up with our school, there is a waiver form. If they do not want to use any of our online resources, they're free to choose that one as well, and then they will not be included on any of our subscriptions. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, I think that was good. Are there any other questions?